Welcome to Mind Body Wizard. I'm Nadine Sabelskye. I've been known as the Naked Life Coach since 2010, and I'm also the author of several self-help books with more on the way. But I wasn't always the expert that I am today. In fact, I used to be addicted to stress. I used to stress a lot. And as an entrepreneur, it was like my lifeblood, you know? And I've gone through periods of depression and heartbreak. I found a way to help both myself and my clients. Now, when I did it on myself, I did it the hard way, and it was all about like choosing a mantra and repeating that, and you know, it took a long time. Well, first off, I didn't always remember the mantra and I would get sucked into the old patterns, but even when I did, it took a long time to fully take root. And what I did is I reset my emotional baseline, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do through this course. Well, I learned a much easier and more effective way to do that than repeating a mantra. Now, what is possible from doing it my way? It is possible to overcome and completely cure depression, anxiety, even PTSD, trauma, anger issues. I mean, the list goes on. So it truly is possible, and it's possible by taking control and retraining both our mind and our body. This is something that we're not taught how to do. We're not taught how to have that level of autonomy, for one. It's not taught in medical school or anything like that. And, you know, just for the standard disclaimer, I am not a medical doctor. I can't give you legal, financial, or medical advice. So, I'm not telling you to stop taking your medication if you're on medication for a mental or emotional disorder. However, what I am telling you is that this is for you if you've tried those other ways and you haven't found success, or if you want to try something different before going on the medication, or, you know, having to take a pill for the rest of your life. And it is totally possible to change your mental emotional state and to change it permanently. Now, how do we know it's possible to change it permanently? Let me give you a good example. For example, PTSD. Now, we say that when a person has PTSD, we look at their condition as a permanent change to the psyche because they've been scarred by that trauma. Now, that's not actually true, because it's possible to change, to help them change back to how they were before. But that's just an example of the belief that we have that it is possible to change our mind in one way permanently. So it's also possible to change it in the other way permanently. You're here because you have some level of hope, and I want to encourage you to keep having that hope, because this course will literally change your life. Now, what does the course consist of? First off, it is about an hour-long training video on the neuroscience behind this technique, and then it is about a 2-minute long video that is a daily meditation that I want you to use for 30 days, 3 times a day. So this is not for you if you're not willing to put in that amount of effort to change your life. What else is included? Well, first off, we're going to have a lot of other videos, not just the initial training video, but there's also going to be the series of how to deal with specifically with each emotional state. So you'll learn how to deal with anger issues. You'll learn how to deal with stress. You'll learn how to deal with depression and anxiety and PTSD, and all of those things will be covered individually. You're also going to learn specific techniques to generate the feelings that you want to have, such as love, peace, joy, happiness, on a more permanent basis. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't ever feel those other emotions, but what it does mean is that when you reset your emotional baseline, you will bounce back much quicker from those other emotions into the emotional state that you've chosen, whatever that might be: happiness, peace, joy, love, etc. The course also includes an online community, and in which you can get your questions answered much faster, live Q&A calls, questionnaires so that you can track your progress, and a lot more. I encourage you to get started today. And your membership also includes a free membership for your partner, whoever that might be. I want you and your loved ones to be as happy as possible, to have that emotional stability and balance that maybe you've never experienced before, or maybe you haven't experienced since you were a kid. And I want it for you as quickly as possible. So join me and get started and transform your life. You're gonna be so happy, or peaceful, or joyful, or whatever emotion you've chosen. 'Cause I'm losing all doubt and fear.